بودكاست ربع باي مقدم من نادي مهندسات التابع لكلية الهندسة بجامعة الإمام عبد الرحمن بن فيصل. تستمعون فيه إلى حوارات بين طيات كلية الهندسة في غضون 7 دقائق و30 ثانية، والتي تعادل ربع باي راديانس في عقارب الساعات. تم اختيار هذه المدة كونها تمثل متوسط أقل فترة يستغرقها طالب أو منسوب للوصول إلى الكلية.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. إلى كل مستمعينا الكرام، نرحب بكم في أول حلقة في بودكاست ربع باي. معاكم ندى عايض الدوسري، طالبة هندسة طبية حيوية. اليوم ضيفنا الدكتور محمد سليم من قسم العلوم الأساسية والإنسانيات. راح نتناقش عن أهمية تطبيق الاستراتيجيات في التعليم، وراح نتعرف مع بعض على علاقة الطالب بالسمكة الذهبية. Hello, Dr. Muhammad. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm fine. How about you?
Alhamdulillah. We are so glad to have you here in our first episode. Most students ask us to invite you in our podcast because you always discuss fantastic topics during your lectures that encourage students and make them think deeply.
Thank you so much for inviting me, and it is my greatest honor to be having students that are encouraged by my motivation. And I'll try my best to keep working hard and keep encouraging you guys to achieve further.
Thank you. Firstly, there was a topic that you always discuss with your student, which is spoon feeding. Is there a clear strategy helped you to change the student's mind and help them to study effectively?
Yeah. So first of all, let me explain what is meant by the term spoon feeding. Spoon feeding is often represented as a traditional or an outdated approach to learning, which basically is a common term for rote learning, where a teacher will feed the students some information that they can memorize and regulate and regurgitate it during the test, and then later on forget it. Now, in the modern world, knowledge is readily available to all the students. What I mean by that is that you can search on any topic using your mobile devices while at the safety and comfort of your home. Now, in such conditions, it's very necessary that the topics of the lecture have some real world application. So this allows my student to broaden their scope and generate interest in the topics that we are teaching. For students to understand the topics more effectively, they should always try to look for examples that are based in real life and gain the knowledge and try to apply the knowledge that they gain in the class for problem solving in practical issues.
You're right. Also, you once talked about attention span for human and how it decreases over time until it reaches the same level of the goldfish attention. Explain to us the idea and how it is related to your strategy when you teach your students.
Yeah, this is a very wonderful question. Thank you for bringing this question to the wider audience. Well, attention span has been a topic of interest for researchers over several decades. And as our generations are increasing, as you know, people are becoming more geared towards technology application, attention span is reducing. Now, in 2015, a research was published in the Epoch Times Canada, where they said that the attention time for millennials is 1 second shorter than that of a goldfish. Now, first of all, let me explain the term what is meant by millennials and what is meant by Gen Z. Now, the audience that you are currently gearing towards is categorized as Gen Z audience. Now, there is no definitive date as to say which audience falls in millennial and which audience falls in Gen Z. But the kids who were born in early 90s to 2000s are considered to be Gen Z generation. Now, these are typically our teens that are entering the university right now. Now, research has shown that the attention span of Gen Z is about 8 seconds, which is about 4 seconds shorter than what it was for millennials. So for millennials, it was about 12 seconds, and for Gen Z, it's about 8 seconds. Now, what it means in the modern world for a teacher is that because the students are distracted very easily, it is very important for me to come up with lectures and come up with strategies where I can engage my students with practical real world examples and try to bring the outside world, what they see on their mobile devices, and relate it to the lecture. So this is how I can explain further to them and keep their attention longer in my lectures.
It's so interesting, Doctor. So the last thing, when you were a student, is there strategies you wish your instructor use it while teaching, and do you apply it with your students?
That's a very interesting question. Well, when I was a student, it was an interesting time because in those era, computers were not widely available. There were computers, but they were purely for higher education or for research purposes only. And majority of my education was conducted using the single strategy of blackboard teaching, where the teachers never introduced any additional concepts to the book. Now, I feel that by combining the teaching tools that are available by such as videos, PowerPoint slides, pictures, latest research findings, I am able to create a meaningful impact and on students' interest and understanding of the topic. So in the modern world, these tools are necessary for engaging the students and to improve their learning outcome.
Thank you so much, Doctor. We really appreciate your time.
Thank you so much for inviting me, and I wish you all best of luck and up and above.
بعد ما عرفنا أن قدرة التركيز انخفضت جدا في الآونة الأخيرة، إيش تتوقعون الأفكار اللي ممكن تساعد الإنسان على زيادة معدل تركيزه؟ شاركونا إجاباتكم في التعليقات. نستقبل جميع اقتراحاتكم وآرائكم على حسابنا في تويتر، وإن كان هناك منسوب تودون أن نستضيفه في حلقاتنا القادمة فلا تترددون أبدا بإخبارنا. شكرا لحسن استماعكم، ترقبونا في الحلقات القادمة. دمتم في رعاية الله.